So let's describe, using the unit circle interpretation of tangent as a slope of this line, why the domain is what it is. So it's all x such that x is not equal to pi over 2 plus an integer multiplied by pi. So we need to think about what goes wrong. So I've got my standard setup, xy will have my unit circle. Horribly badly drawn. Let's see if we can do better. Okay, so here's my unit circle. So 1, minus 1, the usual business. Up here, 1 and minus 1. Now, we're thinking about, so maybe I shouldn't use x, let's use theta because it's more standard, isn't it? So, what's the issue? Well, theta gives a position, doesn't it, right? Could be over here, could be here, could be here, anywhere. Theta gives some position. And what we've realized is that the tangent, tan of theta, is the slope of this blue line. Cosine is the x-coordinate of the position on the circle, and sine is the y-coordinate, but tangent is the slope. Now, what are the problem points? The only issue is when the slope doesn't make sense. And the slope is completely fine everywhere, apart from at two positions, here at the top and here at the bottom. At these two positions, the slope is undefined. Okay, so tangent is undefined. So from this, what we're seeing is the following. The slope of the blue line is undefined when it is vertical. Now, when does that happen? That happens at one of 2 points. It can happen up here, here. Now, the top corresponds to pi over 2. It's a right angle. And then every other potential is either at the top or at the bottom, but that would correspond to a half revolution from the top. So this is if and only if theta is equal to pi over 2 or plus some number of half revolutions, because the half revolution could take you to the bottom where you've got the same issue. So the k is an integer because this represents a certain number of half revolutions, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So the basic problem, as I said, is this straight line, the slope, is not going to be meaningful at these two positions because you are vertical. A vertical line has no slope. Okay, so this is the basic reason that the domain of tangent is all theta such that theta is not equal to pi over 2 plus an integer times pi.